It all started on a quiet Sunday morning when something totally insane happened right outside my house. I heard a loud crack like glass shattering, and ran outside to find my truck window completely smashed in. At first, I thought it was some random act of vandalism, until I saw the guy responsible. Standing there with a smug look on his face was none other than the local HOA enforcer, the guy who takes his clipboard way too seriously and treats every lawn gnome like a crime scene. But here's the part that takes this to a whole new level. That truck wasn't just any truck. It was part of an active FBI surveillance operation. Yeah, you heard that right. This wasn't even my personal vehicle. It was on loan to the Bureau, and I was helping monitor some shady activity in the area as part of a joint task assignment. The truck had hidden cameras, sensitive equipment, and no signs from the outside that it was anything but ordinary. And this HOA henchman, thinking he was doing the neighborhood a favor, smashed the window because he didn't like where it was parked . What happened next? Let's just say things spiraled out of control real fast, and the HOA guy had no idea who he just messed with. Stick around, because this story gets wild . Now, let me back up a little and explain how we even got here. I've lived in this neighborhood for a few years, and honestly, it's the kind of place where people argue about mailbox colors and whether your trash cans are out too early. The HOA here is next level , and the guy at the center of it all, let's call him Greg, acts like he owns the whole block. He's not elected, he's just always watching, always complaining, and handing out warnings for things like unauthorized lawn decor. No joke. A couple of weeks back, I was pulled into an undercover surveillance assignment with the Bureau. Nothing flashy, just quiet observation. We had intel on a possible illegal operation running out of a house down the street, and the truck was parked specifically to monitor that property without drawing attention. It had tinted windows, disguised tech, and it blended in perfectly, until Greg decided it was an abandoned eyesore. Now, here's the weird part. When he smashed that window, it wasn't just about the truck. He seemed angry, like really angry, way beyond normal. And he didn't even hesitate, like he knew something. That's when I started wondering, was this just a nosy HOA guy with a power trip, or was there something more going on with him? Something deeper. So now I've got a busted surveillance truck, a nosy HOA guy acting like he's in charge of national security, and a neighborhood full of people pretending not to notice. I couldn't say anything at first. I mean, this was a federal operation, and blowing our cover could ruin months of quiet tracking. But Greg's behavior was seriously off. Most people get annoyed at a parked truck, maybe leave a note. Greg, he brought a crowbar. Who does that? I started digging quietly, talking to neighbors, asking around under the radar. And that's when a few weird things started popping up. Turns out, Greg isn't just some bored retiree with too much time on his hands. One neighbor said he's never seen Greg go to work, ever, but somehow he drives a new SUV every year. Another neighbor mentioned late-night meetings in his garage, always with different people. No one really knows what he does, but they all agree on one thing: don't get on his bad side. Meanwhile, the Bureau wasn't happy. Equipment was damaged, footage was compromised, and now they were asking me how a random guy managed to get that close without anyone noticing. But it didn't feel random. Something about Greg's timing, his certainty, was too perfect. That's when I started to suspect, maybe Greg wasn't just an HOA nightmare. Maybe he was watching ***. A few days after the truck incident, things started getting even stranger. My phone, usually clean and secured, started acting up. Dropped calls, strange static, even a weird clicking sound during conversations. At first, I chalked it up to bad reception, but then I noticed my home Wi-Fi kept going down right around 3 a.m. every night. Same time, every single night. And every time I checked the router logs, there was some kind of unknown device connecting, just for a minute, then disappearing. Meanwhile, Greg was laying low. No daily patrols. No passive-aggressive flyers on doorsteps. He just vanished. And that's when I knew for sure he knew more than he should. I passed all of this to my bureau contact, and within 24 hours, they had eyes on *Kim*, and what they found. That's where things took a turn. One surveillance feed picked up Greg entering a blacked-out van parked several blocks away at 2:47 a.m. He was in there for almost an hour. No lights, no movement, just silence. When he came out, he was carrying what looked like a hard case, something the team couldn't identify. But here's the kicker. That van had no plates, no registration. It didn't even show up on traffic cams, like it didn't exist. At that point, this wasn't about a broken truck window anymore. This was turning into something much bigger. That same night, while the Bureau was reviewing the footage of Greg and the unmarked van, something completely unexpected happened. Another vehicle showed up, this one with tinted windows and government tags. But here's the twist. It wasn't one of ours. Within minutes, the van was gone, and so was Greg. Vanished without a trace. No tire marks, no camera hits on nearby streets, nothing. It was like someone had wiped the whole scene clean. The Bureau's mood shifted fast. What started as a small HOA incident had now triggered a full-on internal inquiry. Agents were pulled from regular assignments, more surveillance tech was deployed, and I was officially pulled off the operation for my own protection, they said. That's when I realized this had jumped way beyond a neighborhood squabble. This wasn't just a territorial HOA guy acting out. Greg might have been connected to something covert, something deep. Later that week, I came home to find a plain envelope on my doorstep. No name, no return address. Inside was a single photo, black and white, grainy, but clear enough. It showed my face, sitting in the FBI truck. And scribbled on the back, in sharp, messy handwriting, "You're not the only one watching *." That's when it hit me. Greg might not just be hiding something. He might be part of something much bigger, and he wasn't alone. After getting that photo, I knew I was being watched just as closely as I was watching. The Bureau doubled security around my place, but honestly, that didn't make me feel any safer. It just confirmed how serious this had gotten. We finally got a break when a nearby traffic cam, one that Greg probably didn't know about, caught the black van turning into an old service road outside the neighborhood. Hidden in the trees was what looked like a storage facility, half abandoned. That's where the Bureau moved in. Inside, they found a setup that shocked even the higher-ups. Surveillance gear, professional grade, multiple license plates, folders with photos of local officials, residents, and several of our own agents. Greg wasn't just spying on the neighborhood. He was watching us. All of us. And the worst part, some of the files traced back to a private intelligence contractor known for hiring former agents who disappear from official records. Greg was a plant. He'd been embedded in our community for over a year, probably longer, feeding data to someone higher up. Smashing that truck window. That wasn't a mistake. It was a message. He wanted us to know he was onto us too. But just when we thought it was over, we found one last file, labeled with my name. Inside was a photo I'd never seen before. I wasn't alone in it, and the person beside me wasn't even supposed to exist. The photo in that last file stopped me cold. It was from years ago, before I ever joined the Bureau. I was standing next to a man I didn't recognize at first, but something about his face felt familiar. A quick scan confirmed it. He was flagged in an old internal case, someone believed to have infiltrated federal systems before vanishing off the grid, and now somehow he was linked to me. That part still gives me chills. In the days that followed, the Bureau quietly dismantled the surveillance site. Greg was never officially caught. He vanished before the raid, leaving no digital trail. Just gone, like he'd never existed. My role in the operation was cleared, but I was transferred out of the area, told it was for my safety, and to let things cool down. Honestly, I didn't argue. Looking back, it's wild how it all started with a smashed truck window and a nosy HOA guy. But that's the thing. Sometimes what looks like a petty neighborhood drama is really something way bigger just beneath the surface. If there's one takeaway, it's this. Always pay attention. You never know who's really watching. Or *y*. Thanks for listening. And yeah, check your HOA. Just in case. Looking back, it's wild how it all started with a smashed truck window and a nosy HOA guy. But that's the thing. Sometimes what looks like a petty neighborhood drama is really something way bigger just beneath the surface. If there's one takeaway, it's this. Always pay attention. You never know who's really watching. Or *y*. Thanks for listening. And yeah, check your HOA. Just in case.